Yo, how's it going everybody? Free for Steve Raid Channel Legends. I did want to do a video a few days ago, but I've been sick, so if my voice still sounds a bit funny, that's why, so apologies for the delay. Now today, there is a few things I want to discuss, but we're going to do it while we're running our newest tier of Hydra, so we're just going to kind of catch up on what's what at the minute, since the last time. Obviously, you saw we pulled Glaicad, and we built him up and put him in the team, and it's just, you know, boosted us even more. You can see here, Ultra Nightmare, we got 122 million yesterday on the quick battle. Nightmare, 252 million there nearly. And Brutal. Brutal had changed to an affinity by this point, but I think the other day when I did Brutal, it was on Void, and I did enough damage to kill it myself, I think, or it wasn't far off. That was mental. But he has also boosted us massively in Hydra. Last week before it reset, we got our personal best by a huge margin. Before, we were kind of getting, you know, around 20 to 28 million-ish on quick battle with the team that we had. And then we put Glaicad in there. And it's something like 140 something million or something stupid like that. It was quite wild there. And he's not even completed either. We haven't even got enough books to finish him off as of yet. Where's he at? Here he is. So he is fully built. So this is the stats that we've got him at. You know, 84k HP nearly. Attack doesn't matter on him. 3,500 defense. 287 speed. We don't care about crit rate and crit damage. Resistance is nice to have on him, just to, you know, help in Hydra. And then accuracy, you can build accuracy on him because he can put freeze on his A1, but I'm personally not bothered by that. But yeah, that's how we've got him built at the minute. But yeah, so we've got all of his books. You know, they started going into this A1. Then we kind of got lucky and they went into the A2. Then we've had not a single one go into his A3, so this is still currently on a 7-turn cooldown. So we're still waiting on 3 more books to put into that before, you know, he's fully unlocked. Masteries are done. I've put this relic on him at the minute, just because it gave a bit of speed as well and HP. So that's what's on him currently. But yeah, so let's get in, because I do now want to try moving up into hard Hydra. So we do need to do it automatically before we can run the quick battle. An improved team now, so obviously Glaicad's in the lead, doing his thing. We've got Skiramis in there. He's the provoker. Donnie's in there doing his wild shit that he does. And then Mikey and Dolan. I've still put Ugo in here because she was still. I was and ahhing between having her or Wukong, but I would need to rebuild Wukong if we were going to use him, and I didn't have the silver to do that. So at the minute, Ugo is still in there, providing, you know, utility overall. But yeah, let's just get into the run and just set it away and try and get ourselves this unlocked for quick battle. I'm going to try not to even intervene, because then that'll sort of imitate what will happen if we do a quick battle in the future. But I do want to talk about a few things today. So obviously we've caught back up, but over the last month or so, wait, maybe even more, I've just been starting to find myself starting to get burnt out on the game currently. But I think that's just because of how full on it's been the last month or two, maybe even longer. Just with all the fusions going on. Obviously on this account we did Dolan's and his Titan event, then had a little bit of a breather, but then the Crocad fusion came around and I wanted him on my main account so that I could pair him with Shy X. So then I had to do that one and then get his soul as well. I can't remember if that was a Titan event as well, or whether it was just a, you know, one of the smaller events. But then there was that. And then now obviously they've brought out the whole Ninja Turtles thing, and we did the Donatello fusion on both accounts and also done the Titan event on both accounts. Yes, granted it was only a 3-star, but still doing it on both accounts. It was just a lot when you've also got a full-time job, you're moving house and just stuff like that. It's all just a lot really. And then as well, just because of how much there is to do in the game, stuff like that as well, it doesn't even really feel like you're kind of playing the game, either just with the type of game that this is, unless you're sort of actively, you know, you're in the higher echelons of the game and you're doing like a lot of live arena or, you know, pushing normal arena and 3v3, you're not kind of really playing the game these days, are you? A lot of the game now for the PvE content is building a team that just does this. For example, it just runs on auto, and if you don't run it on auto, then it just takes so much time of like monotonous, you know, gameplay. It's not that great. It's good for a few times, but then when you're doing it week in, week out, it just gets a bit much. So I've not really been having much time to actually just play other games like I always have my entire life, so it's kind of been a bit of a downer, really. Which kind of brought me back to the sort of the purpose of this YouTube channel. It's called Steve Plays for a reason. It's not called Steve Plays Raid. It's like, it's not like Raid isn't meant to be the only game I play. It's meant to be whatever I want to kind of play or feel like making content on at the time. Whether that be, you know, it might be Raid, it might be another mobile game, it might be like when Godforge Alpha was out just before, which I didn't get as much time as I'd hoped to play on it. But like just stuff like that, and then even other games like that I've played over the years, you know. I mean, it could be Escape from Tarkov, it could be World of Warcraft, like anything, just whatever. And then I got thinking, it's like I did want to get back to playing WoW more often, because it's kind of like my comfort game, so to say. Like I'll always be able to go back to maybe not so much retail. It's kind of, I don't know, I do still enjoy it, like playing the new stuff here and there, but I can't really play retail as much as I would, for example, like Classic. Like I've still been playing, you know, all of the classics all the way currently up until Mr. Pandaria. I've been playing that. But then even like the re-release of Classic and then the hardcore version, like I can go back to that as much often or as little as I want, and I enjoy it all the time. And I've been starting to see a resurgence in content from, for example, those games, like people doing wild video series that people get really excited about doing it and watching it. It's like all sorts of like different challenges. Like there's a guy I'm currently watching, Pathlyrics, I think he's called, where he's doing it on retail, or the main challenge, but it's just adding little things in there. So what he's doing is he's locking himself to a zone, and he can only move on to another zone when he's earned enough in-game currency to buy a WoW token. He then does like a spinny wheel, which has the list of all of the zones around it that he can unlock, and then he does it live, like which one he's going to unlock, and he just keeps moving on. And the engagement it gets, people just really excited about the whole concept. And then from there, I've obviously seen videos suggested that are like obviously similar content, but people doing all sorts of wild like little challenges, and like I've always loved that type of stuff, like that idea. And it's the type of thing when you see it and you think, oh, I'd love to do something like that, like just in general to play it. But then now having this channel as well, I do also have the benefit of being able to record it and, you know, put it up there and see if people enjoy it. So it's like sort of like a double whammy with that. So that is something I am going to do. Now, what I'm going to do on it is I'm going to go on the re-released Classic, so it's the first game, Vanilla WoW, and I'm doing hardcore self-bound on it, on a rogue. So it locks out being able to like trade with other players, it locks out the auction house, so it's all purely from what you can do, like whether it be from vendor items and professions and stuff like that. So it's going to be a long and slow process, but I'm going to record a lot of it, and I want those types of videos to be more edited, because I want to challenge myself to do better with the videos. Like with Raid, it's essentially just, you know, like I'm doing now, set the video away and then just talk. Like there's not a huge amount of creativity can go into it. Whereas with something like that WoW challenge, there's a lot that I can do, because it's more, a lot of the content's already recorded, and I'm just sort of storytelling type of thing with it. That is essentially kind of what I do want to do. Going forward, it's not to say that I'm going to stop making Raid content, because I'm not. I'm still going to play the game. I just want to be able to expand my horizons to do other stuff than just this. So like I said, that is my plan. I want to try and do stuff like that. I think with those types of videos, they might be not as often. I think in the beginning there'll probably be quite a few, because when you're getting started on that type of challenge, there's a lot happens in the beginning. Then I think then it just depends really about what happens when you're on your journey. If like a lot of stuff happens, then you know there's more to tell. But I do want to do that type of thing and just see what happens really. At the end of the day, we're not going to know unless I try it, really. So I do want to give that a go and take a little bit of a backseat from Raid. Not in the sense of stop playing. I just kind of want to tone it down a little bit so that it doesn't feel like a second job, really, especially with having the 2 accounts. But I have noticed that this account is starting to catch up to my main account so quickly now. I don't even understand how, but I'm starting to be able to do content at the same level, if not, you know, not far behind it. So, you know, I don't know what the choice will be there if it overtakes it, you know, but who knows. But yeah, that's kind of like the thing I wanted to talk about and, you know, gauge people's interest on it. When I do those videos, they will get uploaded onto this channel, because like I said, the purpose of this channel is whatever I want to play at the time. But then as well, maybe, you know, if it gets a lot of traction and there's a lot of conflict between the viewers, like what they kind of want, like, you know, a bunch of people are here for raid content and don't give a crap about the WoW content or whatever. Oh, well, then there's a bunch of, like, you know, people here for the WoW content, don't give a crap about the raid content. Maybe down the line, if it does get, you know, like big, that type of thing, then maybe I'll get to a point where I do, you know, make another channel and sort of split them off and have specific content for each channel. But that's so far down the line that it's probably not even worth thinking about at the minute. It is something that might end up needing to happen, but I'm not too worried about it at the minute. You know, that's that really. But yeah, so this run's looking really good already. I've not even touched it. Like I say, since we started, I just set it away on auto and just left it. But this is obviously easily, you know, done the 1 key. So I'll just keep letting this run, go and start getting ready for work, and then I'll just put up a screenshot at the end of the video of how the damage did in the end. But yeah, so I'm just going to wrap this one up here. Like I say, if you are interested in that type of content that I do end up making, I'm not sure when the first one will be, because like I say, I do want them to be a bit more highly edited and scripted and stuff like that, so that it's a better quality video. So they will take more time to make, outside of, you know, having an actual job to do. But yeah, so I'll just wrap this one up here, leave it here. If you have any thoughts on the matter though, don't hesitate to drop a comment. And yeah, so until next time, thank you all again for watching, and I'll see you then. Cheers. Woohoo! Not too bad, eh?
Down, when you step into my danger zone, when you step into my danger zone, when you